This Brazilian Jiu Jitsu training came about after we saw an increase of violence against our healthcare workers and in the community in general. So what we in the security department, management and the security department did, we started to look at other agencies that could assist us in relation to how we could defend our staff, patients and visitors. So then we come across the Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. They sent us an email and said, hey, we have something to offer. After that, we came in, we had some meetings, we saw some demos, and we decided that, hey, this is the way to go, because we realized it was easy to learn, it was friendly, and as you can see from the audience and the reaction, is that everybody loved it. The more we come in, we have engaged a lot, the majority of the security staff, which is 98% of the security staff, will be going through this training, along with a cross-section of the hospital staff, because everybody needs to come work feeling comfortable and safe. What we love about this training is because it focuses more on de-escalation first. De-escalation, this is not training to beat up nobody, this training to de-escalate situations so that it will have to get physical. However, if it have to become physical, then we will need to step up our game. So this training, along with more initiatives that will come, so we can protect our staff. Because our aim in the security department at the QEH, and along with the management, is to make sure every person at the hospital feels secure and safe while they are at the hospital. This includes visitors, this includes patients that know when they come to the healthcare institution, they are safe.
Since we started the school, we had a lot of surgeons and doctors trained with us, including from QEH. It's together with lawyers, and it's just a sport that really attracts people at a high level. And when we saw the article that a nurse got stabbed in pursuit of her duty by a glass shard, I right away wrote an email to the CEO and says, look man, we gotta change that. That can't be the case. These are first responders. We all rely on them to be there for us. And they have to be able to work in an environment that's fear-free. And once you go to the hospital, emotions are running high. So I suspect that happens more often. You know, they're dealing with all kinds of people, especially in emergency. And Brazilian Jiu Jitsu has no kicks or punches or pressure points, so it's completely non-violent. But it's very effective. That's why it's used all over the world by all agencies, you know, in institutions. It's just be caring for people, not only in a hospital. Every human cares for another human being. So it's very important that whatever we do when they're in distress doesn't hurt them, doesn't make it worse. I just arrest it and make sure that they're no danger to themselves or anybody else, and then we can go back to caring for them.
How are the staff now in a better position to do it exactly what you're talking about, de-escalate using these Brazilian Jiu Jitsu techniques?
So there's two important steps to it. There's a verbal de-escalation, so they have exact instructions, even the phrasing of the words to use to calm people down and to emphasize with them and bring that aggression level down. And then there's a physical part. In a physical part, they're basically closing the distance, they're controlling the arms, they never put any pressure on the neck, the spine, the head. If you watch that training, you saw we take great care of that. They use the walls, they use gravity sometimes to sit on people, just to get that moment over as fast as possible. As soon as it's over, we set them up, we comfort the subject, we wait for the police to arrive, whatever the next steps are needed.
We learn all types of techniques, how to tangle a man with a knife, the lock styles, the throwdowns, everything. It's a learning experience, and I would encourage everybody to do this.
The QEH have a zero tolerance policy. Violence is not tolerated, period, at the QEH. The reason for engaging all departments to be involved in this self-defense training is that we want to ensure that our staff are able to defend themselves. However, one of the other things, it will also assist our security that in the event that something does happen in the department, persons are in the department to de-escalate the situation, restrain the person to security come, gets to the location, because no flying raids in the trailer, something's going to happen. So this is the reason we engage all staff, and you know what, it's something that they can take into their communities and into the home.